You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
We're excited to kick off our second annual Spring Road Tour as we are visiting some of the best-looking shops across the country. Come along as we give you a behind-the-scenes tour of some of the most successful lawn care, landscaping, and hardscaping companies and how they operate their business. This shop tour is brought to you by our great friends at Steel, Equipment Defender, Cujo Yardware, and Yard Book. We know that professionals like you trust and rely on the tools and equipment to make their businesses a success, and our partners mean business. Gear up, lock up, lace up, and line up your business for success in 2023 with the gear and equipment from our tour sponsors. We'll be releasing new Shop Tour podcast and YouTube videos every Monday as we take you across the country highlighting these entrepreneurs' businesses and their incredible shop builds. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
All right, guys, well, we are going to jump on into it here in just a quick second. I wanted to say a big thank you to the Shop Tour sponsors for making the second annual Shop Tour series come to fruition. I want to give a big shout out to Steel, Yard Book, Equipment Defender, and Cujo Yardware. This is such a dream come true to be able to go on the road, spend a little time hanging out with you guys out there and highlighting some of your guys' latest accomplishments, achievements, and successes, specifically talking about shop builds, HQs, and headquarters, if you will, for you guys that have growing lawn and landscaping companies. Today's first Shop Tour series takes us all the way down to Alabama. We were able to hang out with Stephen Cochran of Cochran Lawn and Landscape, and it was so cool to see their setup. He's got a beautiful home on 9 acres. His pole barn is adjacent to the property. Such a awesome setup, and Stephen's got some great things going on. His business is growing, his team is growing, and his facility is brand new in the last year and a half, and it was just a cool operation, man. So long story short, we're going to be jumping on into it here in just a quick second. Quick honorable mention and thank you to Jeremiah Jennings, who actually hosted me all the way down in Birmingham, Alabama, and we were able to get some car time, a couple hours there, a couple hours back, visiting Stephen. So Jeremiah, thank you for the ride and spending time with me that morning and afternoon. So guys, without further ado, super excited about giving you guys the podcast episode we recorded down there in Alabama. If you guys want to watch the correlating YouTube video, which is, a little bit more, maybe even interesting sometimes than the podcast episodes because you get to see the visual, I invite you guys to check out the Brian's Lawn Maintenance YouTube channel every Monday for the next 8 weeks as well, just like the podcast. We'll be releasing those videos at 3 p.m. Eastern, and you guys can see the full 15, 20, 25-minute walk around of the subsequent shop tours. So that being said, guys, let's jump into it here with Stephen Cochran. All right, guys, so I'm hanging here with Stephen Cochran, and we got Jeremiah Jennings in the background, so you guys might hear a little bit of heckling. But Stephen, welcome to the show. How are we doing?
Doing great. How are you, sir?
I'm laughing. You guys are we're cutting up talking about pole barns. We're talking about shops. We're talking about your beautiful home here, and you're just riddling off some numbers, and we're all just laughing, dude. It's been a good time. It's been a good. We've only been here for like an hour, but I feel like I've been here all morning and getting to hang out, and we got barbecue on the way, right?
We do.
That's awesome, man.
On the way.
That's awesome. By the way, we're building a barn, and I wasn't giving the name out just yet, but you guys would know the brand and all this mess. And then Stephen goes, "Well, you're paying for the name there," and I go, "Yeah, it's kind of like John Deere," not realizing that both Jeremiah and Stephen both run John Deere, which is hilarious. And then they're both like, "Hey." I'm like, "Gosh," like insult the man in his home. Like that's how we do it in the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, how's everything going with you, man? What's new? And if you want to give them your stats and all that stuff as well, man, it's good getting to catch up with you since Equip.
Yeah. So I believe last time I was on the show, I was more of a owner operator. Yeah. And was really looking forward to taking that next step. And so, what is it? About a year later since the podcast?
I would imagine so, because it was definitely sometime in the summer, like before Equip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost a year. And so we're able to, we found a foreman, got a good helper. I believe the podcast last time was more, how I handle being a firefighter and a family and everything else. So, so with that being said, got a foreman, got a good helper. I'm taking on more of a role of estimator, sales guy, filling the pop line and going from there. So,
family's growing too, by the way.
Yeah, 4 kids. That's pretty much got ball practice every day, and so we got three of them playing ball. One of them still too young. So,
yep.
But yeah.
That's
going
awesome.
Strong, man.
That's awesome. And by the way, we're here for the shop tour specifically, but beautiful shop, man. We're actually zipping down the road. Jeremiah and I were just talking, and we know we're coming up close on your property, but I'm like, man, look at that beautiful white barn. And then Jeremiah's like, wait, we just whip into your driveway, and but it's like it's that nice from the roadside. We're like, dude, that's a really nice shop. So you got this beautiful white. What was it? 60 by 60.
Yeah, total 60 by 60. The enclosed is 40 by 60.
Okay, so talk about it, man, because that's what we're here for today. And I'd love to hear more about what your business is doing too on the tail end of this. So maybe we'll do like a little 1-2 punch kind of a update. But the barn, if you guys want to watch the correlating YouTube video, check it out tonight on the Brian's Lawn Maintenance YouTube channel. By the way, we did like one video, one take, 16 minutes. This guy's smooth as butter.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you, it was smooth. And we get done. He
I'm
goes,
not as good as Jeremiah, so
no,
he's on the camera every day.
Yeah, well, ask him about how he likes his credit cards, right? But Jeremiah makes sensational content, just kicks the beehive. But
oh yeah,
I'm trying to be chill over here and just talk shop, literally. But so the shop though, beautiful white building, white and black building. You guys got to check it out on YouTube, and it's building my dream. I mean, and you were telling me some numbers and the goal of it for the last couple of years. You said this is like 15 years in the making. Mm-hmm. I can believe that. And you're on 9 acres. You got this like country farmhouse. What would you call it? Like a farmhouse kind of?
Ranch house. Ranch style house.
Ranch style house. Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful setup. Like this is the dream for most guys. And you're 33? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's awesome. Like you're just like, yeah, like things are good. Like I'm humble. But dude, this is awesome. I'm impressed. I'm like your guys' biggest like fan and cheerleader out there. And we pull up onto this. I go, dude, Steven's got it going on. So tell me a little bit about the shop, man. It's if it's 15 years in the making, what helped you get here?
Hard work, man. I know I said that a lot during the YouTube video, but hard work, time, saving money, blessings and whatnot. So, so we bought the land in 19.
Okay.
Built the house before everything got crazy, and then we were able to, through some buddies and friends that were like, hey, man, look, you need to think about refinancing your house and pulling out the money and getting this shop before, you can't. Before you do, because things are starting to kind of, go up in price and whatnot. So I thought about that. And then, at the numbers, I was kind of scared. And so redid the numbers and really found out that for an extra $200 a month on my mortgage, I would have a shop.
Oh, wow.
And so it was pretty much a no-brainer.
Right.
So we pulled the trigger, went with Summertown Metals, did a contract. 8 weeks later, they showed up in 4 days, had the shop done.
That's insane to me still. I'm like, I'm getting quotes. Most guys, I understand it's like 2-3 weeks to build these things, but to put that up in a week, that's insane.
Yeah. So it's pretty much an enclosed pole barn.
Yep.
So take the sides off and you got a big pole barn, So it's not metal. But everything is stick build. So they pretty much had the posts in the ground, trusses and roof on of the main body in 1 day.
No shoot.
And then came back and did sides and then the lean-tos and all that the next 2 or 3 days. So, you live and learn on some things. Like I said in the YouTube video, you probably should have enclosed the 2 10-foot lean-tos. Whenever you're building a shop, I've always heard this, you will, use up all the space very, very quickly.
Right.
And
build more than you need.
Yeah. I like, going through all this, planning, several years ago, I thought a 30 by 40 would be plenty.
Sure.
And then I was like, let's just go 40 by 60 with 2 10-foot lean-tos. And, well, with a truck and trailer and mowers and a four-wheeler and another truck, it's like slap full. And I'm like, well, I should have enclosed the two 10-foot lean-tos to give us more storage, So,
would it have been more cost effective, whatever the term is?
Because
just square it off.
100%. It's only so the metal they put down the 60-foot sides would just go on the outside post.
Sure.
And then so really you need 10, 20, 30, 40 feet of metal, and that's it.
Right.
And so a couple $100.
Yeah.
Versus now, I've got a
$20,000.
Probably at least 7 or 8, 9.
Wow.
To take everything off, move everything to the outside, add more metal. And so, lessons learned. We had a plan and for the lean-tos to be for storage for trailers. And then my dad sold the trailer and went a different direction. So, it is what it is. But
yeah. I was talking to Josh Sutton. Was it Josh Sutton? I think he was on the shop tour last spring, actually. Yeah, and they were doing what you had said that you might do in the video, which was make it an office space.
Yes.
Similarly, he wasn't using it. He was like, it's just. But his came with the property. They didn't build it, custom to suit. So he was like, yeah, it sounds good in theory to have that extra. I think his was a smaller lean-to, like 6 feet, 8 feet. Wasn't anything wild, but. He's like, we used to put like our machines under there, but he goes, I'm putting them all inside the shop now, obviously. And so they actually, I think, just wrapped up a whole encapsulating, that lean-to into an office and then like a back storage area. So yeah, if you go that route, reach out to Josh maybe, because that might even be a good see what he did.
Yeah,
because they did it on the cheap in the winter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what our plans is for that one left lean-to is do a little office and a little man cave, a little bathroom, and a little kitchenette, just somewhere to clean up or whatever. So
yeah. What's your thoughts on the company growing? Kind of the 1-2 punch you were talking about. It feels good to have the guys come in. They got a home base, company culture. Talk about that. What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's crazy. Never thought I'd be here. So
yeah,
this is our my first year of. Not driving the truck and mowing and weed eating and whatnot. So I think me and Jeremiah were talking about that earlier. But it's it feels very weird being in that role of being a sales guy and but that also allows you to have some more time with the family. If a kid's sick, your business can still
run without you.
Rock on. So
what did you find your foreman guy? You were saying.
So the company I ran before becoming a career firefighter, I ran it. Then the owner's son ran it, and then Patrick ran the company after me and the other guy left. And so he called me this fall and was like, "Hey, do you want a foreman?" And I was like, "Well." That's a big jump, from running the business yourself and making sure that everything's good and quality and everything else to me not being on the truck every single day and him taking my spot. And so, but he's a fantastic guy, knows his stuff. And so it's a blessing, but also a very weird feeling of, the unknown of how's everything going?
Right.
The quality, but you got to put trust in your guys to go out there and finish the day and make good quality work.
Amen to that. Yeah, I'm down here. We got 3 guys out and about right now. We're doing cleanups and you get the status report in the morning, get a little lunch check-in, and a little 5 o'clock. Hey, we're done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please, everybody, be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I heard Corey Ballard say the same thing. He's got 100 people showing up every day and heading out the doors and 6, 8, 10 crews.
Yeah, I know that's a massive business.
He's like, man, you just pray every day like everybody just does a good job and everybody's safe.
Yep.
You don't want to be getting that phone call. Hey, somebody got in an accident or something crazy. But. Yeah. That's wild, man. Well, good for you. I'm excited about everything that you guys got going on and all the growth. When I caught up with you a couple years ago, I don't think it was equipped last year. I think it was equipped 2 years ago. And
correct.
Your wife Jamie ran up and goes, "Hey, like that's that guy Brian. I think you watch him on YouTube." And then she just was like, "You got to get him on the video."
Yeah.
I think I was like walking down the aisle or something at the big trade show, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, I just turned the camera, I'm like talk. I don't know. Like she's like, he'll say good stuff, and I'm like,
I think that was with the postcard mania.
I think that's what it was.
That I used 2 years ago, and it turned out phenomenal.
I think it was the customer growth, and she's like, he used your postcards.
Yes.
And I was like, even better. Like,
yeah,
we plug it to plug it, but like, it helps people grow. Like, it's a resource. So, what postcard mania aside, I don't want it to be a pitch fest for that, but outside of that, like, what's the business growth been like the last couple of years? Because you went from, owner operator sounded like, and I think you had a guy working for you.
Yeah.
Or maybe a part-time guy?
Yes, part-time comes last year.
Oh, so what's the last 24, 36 months look like for you, customer-wise, business growth?
See here. So, we did 40 customers 2 years ago. Last year, we're 65.
Okay.
Right now, we're pushing 80.
That's awesome.
So my goal, I think, would be to be, at 100.
Okay.
And then do, 25 a day, but allow for a rain day.
Sure.
Our route density is extremely good.
Good.
There might be a minute to 2 minutes between yards.
Are you guys doing the bigger properties like this around here, or do you guys have a whole route or subdivisions or something?
Where I live, I'm out in the county, and so I don't take anything out here.
Okay.
You drive 5 minutes north, and you enter Hampton Cove.
Oh, okay.
It is 1/4 acre, 1/8 acre, maybe a 1/2 acre subdivisions.
Okay.
And so I've got 3 areas, and so we like one area, we have 26 lawns in one subdivision.
Oh wow, that's freaking awesome!
I just drive the mower from yard to yard to yard to yard, and they come behind me and weed edge and blow, and so we're done by. Last year we were done by 3 o'clock on 24, 25 lawns, but a lot of people don't have that super route density. My buddy Ramy in Albertville. He does properties like this.
Okay.
3 or 4 acres.
Okay.
And so it's, he can do, 7, 8, 9, 10 a day, but
2-3 acres.
Yeah. He's doing acres.
Is he the Hispanic guy you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know who he was. I was like, sure. I mean,
dude, he runs a heck of a business.
Is that right?
He's awesome.
I'll have to come back down and say, hey, and,
yes, that's your next shop tour.
Dude, you were like, you should do Remy while you're done. I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
Yes.
But like, that's the cool part about networking. I was hanging out with somebody else and like, do you know so-and-so that does snow over in like mid-Michigan? I'm like, I've never heard of him. He's like, dude, he does like 10 million. I go, didn't even know the guy exists.
Wow.
And, but like these little pockets of great small business owners all over the country, and just highlighting what they're doing, That's so cool. So,
and see, like, Ramy, he was a school teacher 4 years ago.
Is that right?
And then went from 0 to, I don't know, he's probably well over $1 million now.
That's so cool.
He's a very good dude.
Yeah.
He actually came here in, November, and I taught him how to do lights for holidays.
Oh yeah,
and he took it and ran with it.
That's
and
awesome.
So it's great how I feel like, and I think you kind of started this years ago, is viewing everybody as helpers instead of competition.
Sure.
So I mean,
it's Hey, I'm so many people have poured into me. Anything I can do to pay it forward. That I feel like that's kind of what I've been charged with lately. Is just like highlighting your guys' success, man. Because I'm Jeremiah and I pulled up because I think Jeremiah and them are looking to switch some things up, and I was like, look at this. This is like the dream out here. Like you got the country estate, 9 acres, the barn. I'm like, this is good country life, And then you got the kids and the beautiful family,
and the mini pig.
Yeah, what's the pig's name? Maple?
Maple.
I thought you were joking with that.
No, that's not my mini pig. That is my wife's mini pig.
That's right. Well, I sent that video to my wife. Jeremiah knows he's at the island right now, and Jamie, Steven's wife, is getting ready to serve us some barbecue. But they don't know that we can't hear them. We can't hear them. Like they're trying to ad lib. She's like, it's a cute little pig, But I can't. I don't know. It's building the dream, but I'm like, man, if Liz sees this, then she's gonna want not only the chickens, but now she's gonna want a little mini babe out there.
That and no snow. I mean, come on. What's better than that?
I don't disagree. But speaking of which, let's do this really quick. Let's change it up. We're gonna hear a little bit more from show sponsors and the announcements. Jamie's serving us some barbecue, so we're gonna hang tight. We're gonna come on back after the sponsors. We're gonna grab lunch here, and then we'll come kick it with you guys for a few more minutes. KUJO, Cujo. You know the name, now experience this incredible work shoe for yourself. Hey guys, Brian here. And just a few years ago, I wondered why there wasn't some lightweight, functional shoe for the lawn care industry. A couple of weeks later, I get a message from this new company, Cujo Yardwear, letting me know about a new shoe they created for lawn care pros. We tried them out, put them to work, and the rest, they say, is history. The guys and I love Cujos because they are lightweight, breathable, super comfortable, and keep our feet dry. No more running shoes with flimsy support and soaked socks due to the morning dew or a passing spring shower. Cujo Yardwear is a family-owned company. Sean and Kelsey are a brother-sister team, and they seriously care about offering the best products for our industry. Check them out at Cujo.com. That's Kujo.com. And don't forget to use the Brian's 10 code to save 10% on your next order. Get a pair for you and a pair for your crew. You'll be so happy that you did. All right, guys, we are back from having some pretty tasty barbecue. And we actually picked up a guest along the way. Jeremiah Jennings over here laughing and chuckling. We got Chuckles over here on line 3.
Oh, man, it's going to be hard to take this serious.
Well, we're just chilling. We're talking firefighting. We're talking about, actually, we covered a lot at lunch.
Yeah.
We've gotten very cultured in the last 30 minutes or less. If you guys want to partake in the debate or the education process, it's country, southern, and redneck.
Yeah.
And
so
Jamie's wife's
redneck,
laughing here.
redneck, country, southern.
And Brian believes he can be country one day.
Yes.
I have an aspiring goal in my dream board to be southern and country. And Liz wants to be southern. There's no doubt about it. Liz would love.
Yeah, southern, yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
She's like, I love the southern accent. Everybody's nice. She loves the southern Georgian homes. These estate. Oh, it's way out of our pay grade. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? But you think I can be country? You think I can do it? Give me some Carhartts and some cowboy boots.
Jeremiah?
I don't want to appropriate, but I think I could do it.
I think southern would be easier for him, but the whole country is
Country's
like
a little far off.
Jamie, what was the show?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Yeah, that's right. Liz is hooked on Yellowstone, by the way. Have you guys been watching this?
I mean, yeah, we've
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it?
You've never watched it? For real?
No.
I watched one episode.
Jeremiah over there just working his butt off.
Yeah, nobody works as
have
hard
time.
nobody works as hard as Jeremiah. I just ask him,
Yeah.
I could.
right,
the
I'm
yellow.
about to dip.
What's that?
Nothing.
You're turning off the mic. He's like, I'm out of here. It's just a roast session on Jeremiah for 10 minutes. Liz's been watching Yellowstone, and she loves it. She's like, I'm telling you, who's the main character? I forget his name.
John Dutton.
Dutton. Okay. And she's like, you would totally like him. Like that could be you one day. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this stuff. She's like, he shoots people. They shoot people. They take people to this train station. They
Helicopter.
They have a helicopter. I'm like,
It's all you, Brian.
I'm kind of liking this guy.
It's all you.
That makes sense. Actually, they asked me for some inspiration for the story. That's where they got it. So it was actually
You were the writer.
somebody.
yeah.
I was the inspiration of the show. Is Kevin? Is it Kevin Costner? Who's the main actor?
I don't know actors, bro.
I think it's Kevin Costner though. I don't know.
What's wrong with it?
Any which way, I'm not country yet, but we do plan to get chickens. We're gonna stop there because we ain't gonna get no pig. I'm not gonna throw Stephen Toller under
That's
the bus.
whenever you go country.
Country, he's
Yeah.
the pig. Chickens, cutting up your own chickens. I don't know if they call process is probably a better word, but the long story short, the thing that Steven's not telling you guys is that he has a soft spot in his heart, and he bought a pig for himself.
I did not buy it.
And his wife said, "Don't get that," and he said, "I've always had the dream of getting a pig."
Yeah.
This man's man firefighter dude, living in the country.
Comes
No,
home, pet
what
his pig in the
actually
afternoon.
happened
He's got his
was
little pig, little babe out in the backyard.
So what happened was the neighbor's pig across the field over there showed up at our house one day, and then about a week later, I come home and there's a pig at my house.
Okay. Just like a rando pig, or
No.
it's acquired pig?
It's an acquired pig,
like part of the family pig.
Part of the family pig.
And your wife stay home's obviously with the kids.
Yes.
So where did you think first to look, the kids or the wife?
I was, yeah.
She's over here in the living room, like, don't you say nothing. Well, hey, it's a cool pig. I mean, it's country. I definitely will not be owning any pigs. Probably not any chickens. Well, no, we'll
Maybe
probably own
peacock.
chickens. Yeah, dude, don't air that out, okay? Like, Liz wants a peacock, and
Brian wants the peacock. Liz is restraining him right now.
That's not the case either. This podcast is going way left field.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'll do chickens because, man, eggs are like $9.
Eggs have gotten expensive.
Yeah, we eat out enough where I'm like, hey, my Royal Red Robin is like $16 now because they put the fresh egg on there. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And then Liz goes, do you know what's going on in egg prices? I go, not really. I said, I've been trying to work my life to the bone to build our house. And she goes, it's $9 for a carton of eggs. And I'm like, $9. I thought it was like $3, you know. I always mess with my younger brother Adam, like living like the 1%. He's like, you know, eat the rich. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. He goes, you don't even, you know what eggs cost. I'm like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? But all right, see, we're going back. We're bringing it back. That's what Jeremiah does. He goes, all right, let's bring it back. So we talked about the business growth. We talked about the shop. Where are things going for 2023 and beyond, man? You got new Foreman that's running the show for you for the most part. Now, are you guys trying to get more customers? Are you guys happy with where you're at? Are you getting in the field? Like, what's the plan there?
Try to get a few more clients. We're at like 75, 80 right now. Try to get maybe 100.
Okay.
Also try to get in some more contracts. You know, here in Alabama, there's not really much wintertime work.
Okay.
So having an HOA or a contract that pays year round would be help a lot. So that's kind of the goals.
What would you guys do in the winter time for those guys? Because that's one of the questions I get the most for the down south folks is like, hey, what do you do in the winter? I'm like, plow snow. Like, there's no snow here, bro.
In the past, that's been my break.
Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Just took 2 months off?
Just take, 2 or 3 months off, hang out, go do whatever. But now that I have, full-time year-round employees, we're going to find some stuff to do.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys cut down trees or do leaf cleanups? I don't know what you guys do around here.
Leaf cleanups are done by Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
God, not down here. Yeah. See, it's crazy how much it changes between.
Well, you're a couple hours away from Birmingham.
I mean, you're about an hour and 45, 2 hours north of me. Our leaves are down they keep falling until December.
Yes, when it comes to pin oaks.
Yeah, they hold on to them pretty bad.
There's even
and we have a ton
right
of those.
Yes, so
yeah, we still have oaks with leaves on them from last year.
Correct.
Really?
Oh
yes.
yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the pin oaks.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get with the country accent there, the pin oaks.
Here we go.
Yeah. But I mean,
I didn't know you were that far north, by the way. So you're like only a couple hours away from Nashville, Jeremiah was saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty much dead center in between Jeremiah and Nashville.
And then you're down south, Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like central Alabama.
Okay.
You would say you're northern
north,
Alabama.
Yeah.
How far is it from like tip to tip for Alabama? Like it's big
5
state.
hours. 6 hours.
Six and a half hours.
Okay.
7.
Okay. So there's a lot of like 2 hours of difference can still be topography and weather-wise.
The zones change big time between here and there.
Yep.
Like, are you getting a little bit of? Do you run into any Kentucky blue or fescue up here, or are you still too far?
95% Bermuda.
Okay, yeah,
Really?
But you go 30, 45 minutes north to Huntsville. They have. I know for a fact they have fescue and Kentucky blue.
Well, we passed all of it on the highway.
So there
green.
is
It's super green.
There is like Stony Terrace over here is 111 homes. They're all fescue.
Yeah. So
So there is, but
like, no chance you're going fescue where I'm at. No chance. Way too hot. Way too dry.
So fescue doesn't do well?
No.
I know nothing about Southern Turf. Like I hear Paul or Chasing Creole.
No, it's Zoysia, Bermuda, Centipede.
Huh.
Those are your main three. St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, yeah.
Do you guys get Kentucky blue down here?
No.
Really?
You got to go
it's way too far
North
south.
Tennessee for that to kind of kick you in up there.
Do you guys notice the John Deere mowers like cut what you guys? For real though. But I mean, I got guys up north and they're like the decks don't cut, nothing, no slate on JD, but like people love the Gravely mowers down here. Mm-hmm. It's a big southern and different pockets and different regions for the Gravely's. Yep. They do not cut my type of grass back at home. And Kentucky blue, like there's no way. I've had people buy them and then like, this thing's a turd. Like people say they were awesome. I'm like, well, dude, you got to watch the reviews with where they're from. Mm-hmm. But down here, they're like the Cadillac.
That has a lot to do. Like I know for a fact our deer would not mow. I don't think it would mow what y'all cut because y'all cut it so tall. The disc and it's wet a lot of times.
All the time.
Wet grass and I mean the discharging of that, the deck would not do well with that.
It wouldn't process it.
Not as good as it does because we're cutting our stuff on 2.5 inches. I mean,
mine would cut really well 2.5 inches, but we don't have a lawn left after that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, it is very different. The grass types are different. Gravely's are very popular in Florida.
Okay.
Where the Bahia grass is very popular down there.
Huh.
Deers are popular in Florida too. Deers is way more popular in the South, in my opinion.
I would love to see like some kind of map drawn out, like where all the different brands sell the most. Mm-hmm.
We have a pretty heavy X mark presence. In our area. What do you see most of around here? Is it deer? A lot of that has to do with dealers as well.
Yeah, exactly. So before my business, it was all Toro and Exmark.
Okay.
The past 10 years, John Deere has really come on strong.
Yeah. Adding these dealers in helps.
Yes. Skag has come on strong.
Yeah.
Hills Mowing in Huntsville, they used to sell just nothing but Toro. But now they sell Wright, Skag, Toro. And so you're seeing a lot more different brands. Gravely, there's really not a good dealer around here, so you don't really see them a lot.
Okay.
But John Deere is really coming on strong over here.
Dealers are so different across the country. Like our dealers, I don't know, you might have these up here, but I don't think I've never seen them if you do. Like, do you have a dealer that is like got like 6 different brands of mowers and 4 walls, 6 walls deep of weed eaters and blowers? Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
You have one? Okay.
Yeah.
See, we don't have anything like that near us. Like, not even in an hour vicinity of us.
Wow.
We don't have anything like that.
You like the little like 2 mowers on the showroom floor, a little hole in the wall place?
Like a Weingarts is a dream.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, that's what I hear. Like but back at home, I don't know what I didn't know.
And the one I'm talking about is probably a quarter of the size of that.
Is it a good dealer?
It's a good dealer. Yeah, great dealer.
What's the name of it? Give him a shout out. I don't care.
Hills.
Hills?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they sell Wright and Skag and Toro.
Okay.
So, but then you have the other dealers that sell just John Deere, just Skag, kind of more one Pacific thing.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
But shout out to my John Deere dealer, Madison. He's been awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it's crazy to see the different brands all across the country. Like up north, it's more Skag, Exmark, Toro, I would probably say. But those mower decks, I just process the clippings and get them out. They just discharge like crazy, especially wet grass. The Skags are next level with wet grass.
So honestly, it came down from whenever I sold my Exmark and Toro. It came down to Skag or John Deere.
Okay.
And so I just the customer service leaning more towards John Deere. I know, Jeremiah, you were talking about or thinking about or whatever about Skag last year. Whatever came about that.
Yeah, no, I stayed Deere, and it's finally paying off. I've kept Deere, but I've had dealer. The support has been fine. It's just they're in like an hour away from where I live. We don't have a Deere dealer anywhere near us, and so. But finally, they're building one right now. They're in the works of building a tri-green, like 20 minutes from me.
Oh, you'll love that.
That's gonna be nice having one close. But yeah, we just like I said, we don't have any good dealers. We have one, my main one where I got my small engine stuff done. But they sell steel and steel only. They sell Exmark and Cub. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So like it's just That's different. Yeah, I mean it's just different. And so
Jeremiah's got to listen to the show where I say, support the brand local that supports you. Like, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Well, you inherited a lot of that anyway from the business when you bought it, right?
What?
The Deere. Or was that all stuff you bought along the way?
Yeah, I bought it all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get anything. None of the equipment I kept from when I bought the business. Yeah.
Came with it?
Yeah, none of the equipment came with it.
Oh, gotcha. Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I got. Anything else you want to add on the show while we got you, bro? Because we got to get hit the road here. But this has been a good time catching up. I honestly wish I could like hang out for the whole day. This is a lot of fun.
Just go back tomorrow.
I mean, I could. I mean, yeah,
Liz would be very upset, I'm sure.
Liz would probably be happy that I'm gone. She's. I'm just kidding. Probably not actually, but The hardest part about doing this tour right now is that like she could pop any second. Like she's nine and a half months. You know what I mean? Like I'm on like the no-fly zone list too, if you know what I'm saying. So between this and then next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing a couple in Ohio, but I'm only 2 hours away, 3 hours away. I can drive home in a jiff. Last time she had contractions, like not the fake ones, but like the preamble, Braxton Hicks or something for like 2 days before. So like we had a little bit of time, but then everybody tells you maybe 2, 3, 4 come quicker. So now I'm like, what do you mean by quicker?
Do we have time?
Yeah, because like one of our friends, like she has babies in 45 minutes. And I was like, please don't ever say that again. So now I'm like, I have a rule with the tours. If I do fly out, I'm back home same day because I miss Liz and Emmy, my daughter. But then number 2, just if she pops and I'm out of town, like I'm pretty sure I'd never live that down for the rest of my adult existence if I'm still alive. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, hey, like if we did the tour and I wasn't there to deliver the baby, like with the midwife or whatever, I'm like, how much would you hate me? She goes, you wouldn't live. Yeah. She's like, I'm like, note to self. So just so you guys know, if you're trying to slay dragons and kick butt, make sure you're home for your wife's pregnancies and birth. But no, this has been fun, dude. I super appreciate the tour. Super appreciate the video. Where can people find you if they want to catch up and everything you got going on?
Instagram, Conquering Lawn Care.
Cool.
So that's pretty much the networking side of things is my Instagram.
Cool. How do you spell Al Cochran?
COCHRAN.
That's right. Green and black. You got. Where do you get the jerseys from? Those are pretty tight.
Fin print.
I've seen a couple guys rock those.
Yeah.
Are you picking those up, or was that? I think Julia. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
Julia Tomei had them.
Yeah.
Somebody had something similar. I'm like, those are making the rounds around social. So, no, dude, super appreciate everything. And you got family, you got work, you got the lawn care business. Things are growing. So, congrats to everything, man.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much for coming up here and seeing me.
Yeah, you're gonna be a proud dude, man. And you got a lot of good stuff going on. So keep it going. And if you guys want to send some chicks our way, and not a pig, but if you're gonna send some chickens our way,
we will. We'll see the chicks whenever we walk out.
I got you. I'll take one home on the airplane. a little chickadee. All right. Jeremiah, thanks for being on the show. Where can they find you?
Yeah, man. Growing Green Podcast. Anywhere, everywhere.
Anywhere and everywhere.
Oh, that's a really nice slogan right there.
Everywhere and anywhere. That's awesome. He's on top of it. He's social media extraordinaire. I learned from him. He's got a YouTube coach, social media coach.
Oh, man.
This guy's VIP, big time.
Far from it.
All right. Well, guys, we'll button up the show. Thank you guys, as always, for listening and coming back. We try to do new podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also the shop tours will be on Mondays for the next 7 or 8 weeks, which is pretty exciting. And if you guys enjoyed the funny, wild conversation that is this podcast episode, come on to the YouTube channel, Brian's Lawn Maintenance YouTube. Check out the 20-minute video we did with Steve's shop. It was absolutely awesome. Definitely builds a dream. And if you guys are looking to go from, just you to 2-3 guys and build that first little HQ, like this is 100% one of the ways to do it. And great setup there. So, all right, guys. Well, that's what I got for today's show. Appreciate you guys listening, and we will catch up with you guys here on the next one.
You're working hard to grow your lawn and landscaping business. You deserve footwear and apparel that works as hard as you and makes your life a little easier. Cujo Yardware has been listening to the lawn care community and is working to offer you the best gear. They started with the Cujo Yard Shoe, the hybrid shoe boot designed for mowing, trimming, and landscaping. After hearing the need for a safety toe, Cujo launched the Composite Toe X1 Landscape Boot. Thanks to your feedback, Cujo introduced the Jags, a high-performance work shoe that just pulls on with no lacing needed. And most recently, Cujo listened to the lawn care community to create the ultimate summer work pants, the light, breathable, and comfortable Cujo Yard Pants. Cujo Yardware is dedicated to the green industry and will keep working hard to offer you the right gear. Check them out at Cujo.com, Kujo.com.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to say a big thank you again to Steven and his wife, Jamie, for opening up their beautiful casa, their home, their estate, and everything that they had going on. The little boy that was there as well. They're one of their kids, and he was such an adorable little dude. And it was just awesome getting to hang out with them down there in Alabama. Long story short, wanted to just say thank you so much for listening. Wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support, and also thank you so much to the sponsors that allow this stuff to happen. You guys have heard me say many, many times on our content, nothing's free. Hotel trips, or hotel stays, plane tickets, time away from the business. It really does cost time and money, as you guys can imagine. And so I want to give, again, a big shout out and thank you to Steel, Yardbook, Equipment Defender, and Cujo. Check out their products, guys. As you grow into the growing season, into the spring rush season, check out the equipment from Steel. Check out the CRM of Yardbook if you're looking to manage your business better. And again, if you need trailer racks from Equipment Defender or lawn care, pants and shoes and clothing from Cujo Yardware, you guys can use the Brian's 10 code and save 10% off with those brands. And we thank you for advance. Thank you in advance. That being said, guys, just want to wrap this up, put a little bow on it. Again, thank you to Jeremiah Jennings for hosting me and taking a day out of his business to drive me there and back. Couldn't thank him enough. And that was just a really, really good time getting to hang out with so many different people down there in Alabama. So, all right, guys, well, that's it. We will look forward to catching up with you guys here on the next episode.
Hi, I'm Mr. Producer, and one more thing. If you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you need our free email newsletter. It's delivered 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday what's new to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. Join our mailing list to stay connected to the world of lawn care and get exclusive access to the latest and greatest from Fullerton Unfiltered and Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Don't miss out on this opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and elevate your lawn care game. Sign up now with the link we've provided in the show description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.